Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Small Engine Velocity. This is going to be one of those midweek mini episodes because it's really not that complex of a problem, but it was something that needed to get done before I finished putting together the front of the bike. And it has to do with the front wheel and how terrible it looked. I'm pretty sure if you were watching the other videos, you could see where I had left it in the garage for so long without being cared for that the shiny rims started to kind of look bad. I guess humidity and everything was getting to it. So we're gonna come up with a solution for that today. And actually I've already got all the parts. But before that, let's run the intro. All right, I don't know why I did that. Now that we're back, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what we're gonna be doing today. So I finally put the triple tree back on the Honda Ruckus, and I wanted to put the forks on and everything just to make sure that, you know, it looked great, and then even attach it back to the bike just so I could start working on the wiring, but the wheel looked so bad. If you take a look, you can see where it's blemished. It looks like it has, I don't know if it's corrosion, but those little white spots on it. And originally when I got it from Dorby, it wasn't as polished as I thought it could be. I had imagined more of a polish. Maybe those are the ones for the customers that are paying for his custom bikes, but it wasn't as polished as it could be. So what I purchased was these little wheels, these buffing wheels. Lee has it on a giant motor that he can put the wheel in and everything, but I don't have anything like that. So these will attach to a drill. It comes in different shapes, and there's like a flat one, I guess, for edges, and a round one for bowl-shaped objects, and all these other things. So I think I'll do pretty well with these. I'm just not 100% sure if I use one with a particular cutting compound. I can't use a different cutting compound on it afterwards, so I guess each one has to be its own compound. So I'll have to decide that. But I did buy 3 compounds, and they're really small. I thought there was gonna be a lot bigger than that, but if I need more, I'll just go ahead and order more. But you have red, which is the heavy cut, and then white, which is the medium cut, and then green, which is the fine, the polishing one, where I'll be done after I do that one. I still need to take the hub off. The hub was spray painted. I'll deal with that later. I don't know if I can do that or not because I don't have a way to pull the bearing out on there, but the hub is connected with a 6mm. And then I also have the little spikes that are all over the place, which is a 5mm Allen wrench that I can take those all off, and I'll put those on the battery to separate them. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna walk through the process of seeing how well I can polish this myself without having to hire someone else to do it. So we're gonna go ahead and set up the camera and we'll get started on this. Before I begin the processing of polishing, I wanted to show you what I was talking about. See those little white pock marks? Not pock marks, but just stains, I suppose. Because maybe something got sprayed on here, but it's not so bad on the other side. So that's what leads me to believe that I sprayed something on here and didn't wipe it properly, and it didn't come off. So this is what we're trying to get rid of today, as well as brake dust and all sorts of stuff. And maybe we can even get some of this edge right here on the wheel. But let's get to it. That sounded weird. Let's get to it. hope everyone, look, glove casualty. I hope everybody understands that that was about 3 hours worth collapsed into however long I felt like making that time lapse, because I'm pretty sure no one wants to watch me buff rims. So I did the heavy cut, which was cool because there were some scratches from when I was putting on the caliper. So I was able to buff most of it out. You barely see them now, so for all intents and purposes, they're gone. The medium cut, I don't really know what that did. It made it look a little bit more gray, but I guess there was more cuts. And then the fine cut, I probably could have used the fine cut for a lot longer, but I just wanted to get those spots off. So let's take a look and see what it looks like. So as to compared to before, it looks a lot better. I did notice that you want to keep the way the thing is rotating in the same direction all the way around, or else you get like weird ripply patterns. And I think the ripply patterns is because I just didn't buff out a lot of it enough. And then I had a little hard time getting around the brake, or excuse me, the fill cap on there. But I'm still gonna do a little bit of polishing on it, and then I'm gonna put it on the front wheel. So to save you guys some time, I'm gonna go ahead and put the front wheel on the triple tree, and then bolt the frame back to the bike, and you can kind of see why I had to do this first. Well, actually, it was better why I did this first. All right, so got the front wheel on, which was, oh, it's always difficult to put the front wheel on because you got to line up the disc and then put the disc on, and then line up the brakes, then lock this down, and then put the bar through, and then take these, what are they called? The disc bolts out, and then put on Loctite. And then of course, this is a more especially hard tire because you got to put all these freaking spikes back in, but it came out good. There's the hub. The finish is good, see? So you can kind of tell why I had to do this, because if I did this later, then I'd have to take it all apart. Might as well put it all together and not have to take anything apart again. By the way, I did powder coat the triple tree. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed basically a time lapse, but this like really took 3 hours to complete to get all at least that much polish. That's just the front wheel. I'm gonna do the rear wheel later off camera. Anyways, if this looked like something that was interesting to you and you'd like to see more like this in the future, go ahead and give me a subscribe. Give me a like if you like the video. Click the bell if you want to see more of this series or any other series on this channel in the future. Anyways, thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.